coming. So excited. It's going to be awesome. We have some super big plans for summer, and we're pretty excited. We have a camper that we haven't used since, I don't even remember. I feel like we haven't used the camper since I was like, I don't even remember. Honestly, it's crazy. I don't know when we used it. Last year, we didn't even get it out of winterization. So it's definitely been a while. So we are super excited to have the snow melt so we can use it and go. It's going to be so cool. Hop on, say hello, you guys. How is your weather doing? I know we've been getting lots of snow in Utah. Then I know some of you are getting snow and you're not used to it. Good morning, May. Hello. Thank you for sharing. If you share the videos, you get entered to win some cool socks. This week, we're giving away these. I'll give them away tomorrow. Grumpy Bear socks. Okay. We're here. Let's get going. So I had a thing happen to me yesterday. I want to share it with you because I think you can really get something good out of it. So I am taking a class at my local university that is a cheese processing class. Now hello, Jan. I am in a master's program for food safety and quality because that's what my corporate job is. And this is my second. Oh my goodness, Amber, I was thinking about you a couple of days ago, wondering how you were doing. This is my second master's degree. And so I feel like I've been in school my entire life. And I did not really want to take this cheese processing class, but because I need to take online classes, I'm kind of limited in what the university has to offer. So I'm taking a cheese class and a dairy. Hello. Hi, Amber. Taking a cheese class and a dairy processing class. And I really don't want to be in either one of them. Yay! Oh, good. Amber still doesn't have knee pain. How long has it been now? I don't remember when we did your session. Was it in December? I don't know. I'd have to look. You probably remember. But dairy processing and cheese processing really don't have anything to do with my current job because I am in the baking industry, but I'm taking them because I need the credits. So here's what the kicker is. I have a professor that is the professor for both of my classes. So they're basically identical. One just focuses more on dairy and the other one specifically to cheese. And so I'm really struggling because I'm not enjoying anything I'm reading. Nothing that I'm reading is sticking because I don't really care. And so I took my first exam and I totally failed it. I studied the teacher does quiz questions. So I studied all the quiz questions thinking that the test would be really close to the quiz questions. And it really wasn't. So I didn't study appropriately for it. And I totally failed it. So here I am, 41 years old, failing a test. And after I was done, I was like, okay, I don't want to, good morning, Lisa. I don't want to take out my frustration on the rest of the people around me, right? I don't want to start projecting. I don't want to start having a bad attitude. So I had to take a moment and have some self-reflection. And I was like, okay, you know what? Calm down, first of all, and breathe. Because I failed my test. What does that even mean? Does it mean that you failed the class? No. So I started looking and I started being honest with myself. And so I asked myself some questions. I was like, do you honestly feel like you studied for this test appropriately? And actually, no, I don't. I feel like I studied the quiz questions hoping that that's what the test was going to be on, and it wasn't. So first, I didn't study like I should have. Second, I thought, do you just have a bad attitude about this class to begin with? Yes, I do. So sometimes, asking yourself some questions can be a little difficult. Sometimes we don't actually want to dig deep. Sometimes we don't actually want to have those conversations with ourselves. So I have my second test coming up in my other class that is taught by the same professor. So I know they're going to be pretty close to the same. So here's what I said, hey, stop moping, stop feeling sorry for yourself, stop expecting that just because you failed the first test, you're going to fail the rest of the class, and take a minute and think about, how can I study differently? How can I do this different? And so that's what I'm doing. And now with my second test, which I'll take probably tomorrow, I'm going to do things a little differently. And I'm going to not only go into this test feeling more prepared, but because I have a plan set up, I'm going to be more confident. So that in and of itself is also going to help me when I take my test to be able to think through it, to be able to read the questions, to not feel rushed, to not be stressed out, right? Because what happens when you go to take a test? I'll tell you, yesterday when I started taking the test and realized that I hadn't studied for it, what happened? The whole time I'm trying to work on myself to calm myself down so that I can think, because I start getting into this mass hysteria. I'm having an anxiety attack. I can't even read the questions anymore. So it's self-sabotage. So when you're going through something and you're feeling super overwhelmed, stop for a second. Be really, really honest with yourself and say, okay, what's the worst thing that's going to happen? So the worst thing that's going to happen for me is I'm going to fail my class. Okay. And then I'm going to financially have blown money and I potentially have to take it again or whatever. It's not the worst thing that can happen to me. That is not a pretty scenario, but it's definitely not the worst thing by far that could be going on for me. And so I really reflected and stopped and thought about all the beautiful things that were happening to me and all the amazing things that happened to me yesterday and some great news that we got. And I just took it all in and breathed it all out and let it go. And so if I don't do that, this is what'll happen. If I keep that emotion of this, oh, I failed my test, I start projecting on other people. I start creating negative energy around myself. I start projecting that negative energy. And then what happens? I start becoming a magnet for other negative things. And so then we get into that thought where we're like, why is everything today happening bad for me? Why am I having such a bad day and everything isn't going right? It's because I'm focused on the negative. I'm focused on the fact that I failed my test and now I'm projecting that. So other people, when they come across me, right, they're projecting negative too. Now I might be getting in confrontations with my coworkers. I might be getting in confrontations with my family members and I'm attracting this negative. So get rid of it. Let it go. It's okay for things to not always go exactly the way that you want them to. So just take a second. How can I change this? What can I do? You have more power to influence your life than you even imagine. And when you understand that and you tap into that, life becomes a lot easier. I work with clients all the time and they get in this position where they're like, I know this is what's wrong. I know this is what's wrong. I know this is what's wrong. And I'm like, hey, your cognitive mind is not allowing you to release what's wrong with you because you are so stuck that you have this specific issue. And then you get into this agreement that it can't be fixed because you've tried with Western medicine over and over and over again. Stop thinking that it can't be fixed and just sit with yourself for a moment and stop that process. It can be fixed. I'm going to accept it. I'm going to feel it. And I'm going to know that I have the power to overcome anything. And it's a beautiful process. Okay, guys, share the videos. If you share, type shared, you'll enter to win socks. We're going to give these away tomorrow. Grumpy Bear socks this week. You also get, right, a voila, free session with me, Blocked Emotions. We work on getting rid of things that are creating imbalances for you. You also now get to have a Healy scan with it. So while we're working on you, we create this beautiful energy connection. And so while I'm helping you release any trapped emotions, imbalances that we're finding, we run this beautiful energy on you through the Healy, and it is fantastic. I posted a beautiful review just yesterday of someone that said she was really skeptical going into the session and how amazing she felt after. So yes, hashtag gratitude. Okay, what socks am I going to wear for myself today? Well, I saw these little puppies. They're not puppies, they're actually little peas. And I thought, this is what I want to wear today because I just want to feel happy. And how can you feel not happy when you have these on? So my cute little pea socks. It's definitely kind of mopey, stormy outside, but you know what? We choose our happiness. And I continue to tell myself we're creeping towards spring. And I would say in Utah, I feel like this is very normal for us to get a super great big glob of snow right before spring, and it melts really quickly. So you have an amazing day too. Man, we have lots of Ambers on here this morning. 3 of you that I can see. Anyway, so hello. Hello, that's my aunt. Hello, Aunt Tammy. All right, you guys, have a beautiful, fantastic Thursday.